Houston residents receive relief from dust pollution. AGRICOLA residents raise concerns about truancy in their community. In the region, Colombia seeks murderers of indigenous leaders, and internationally, NATO chief in Ukraine says Russia must withdraw troops. Greetings and welcome to this edition of Headline News Update. I am Baby Bacchus. Thank you for joining us. Concerned residents of AGRICOLA East Bank Demerara are concerned over what they feel is an epidemic of truancy in their community. In this report, Esther Sober says that they want someone to do something about it.
Residents of AGRICOLA East Bank Demerara have raised concerns regarding the high level of truancy in the community. We spoke with a mother of one who lives in the community. She was quite vocal on the issue, asserting that children as young as 12 years old are loitering in the community during school hours.
There are a lot of school dropouts due to the fact that some parents cannot afford to send their kids to school on a regular basis. Likewise, some of the kids do not want to attend school. I wouldn't blame all on the parents, but I mean, as a community, we can work together to make this possible. And I find that we need to emphasize more on, as a community, on the encouragement of encouraging our youths. What are the goals and the achievements of staying in school? And it's prevalent in our community to date that there are a lot of children not focusing on school.
Even though Hodge did not finish school, she did become a small business owner. She's involved in various youth groups in her community. She's using her influence to speak to youths loitering in her community. With a passion to have the issue of truancy addressed, Hodge is calling on the government to direct its focus on the nation's youth.
I would like to see them really put more emphasis into our youths, not only in my community, but in all communities that are facing this kind of situation. And I would like to see them visiting our community and taking our situations within our community serious.
Other residents who didn't want to appear on camera also raised the concern of truancy in the community. With negative effects truancy has caused, they noted that it has further stigmatized the community, a community which is already known for a history of residents involved in criminal activities.
Both male and female, age 12.
So what it is, just be home walking the streets?
Yep, roaming late at night on the streets, and if you talk to them, up to last night we spoke to one individual, a young lady, and she was very arrogant towards us. Yes, she is 12. Just for a common entrance, and she at home.
So just home, are the children involved?
After classes, so no.
Do you think who will be the line with other persons in this community?
Yeah, older.
So do you think the persons that are living in this community with other adults that are not youths that are not going to school, there's a negative impact on the younger generation?
Yes, a 100% negative impact.
As we spoke to more AGRICOLA residents, they even claimed that truant children would request financial assistance from others.
Insufficient, money. 'Cause them themselves, the girl, them in, doing nothing to help themselves. They gotta go when they pass in the see, hello, come in, you could please a 100,
These children are begging for money?
And the parents, because the parents is not, sufficient, efficient too. So the whole heap of, they say, low-grading businessman.
Children between the ages of 5 years, 9 months to 15 years are required by law to receive an education, and it is the duty of the parents, guardian, and caregivers to ensure that they are supported to do so. According to the Education Ministry, numerous studies show the link between academic performance and consistent attendance, which is so critical for the quality of a child's education. Research suggests that children who are frequently absent from school are more likely to become involved in or be a victim of crime and antisocial behavior. For Channel 2 Headline News, Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. The Guyana Power and Light Incorporated said it is currently experiencing a shortfall in the generation as a result of an inadequate supply of heavy fuel oil. The power company in a statement on Thursday said the shortage of fuel is as a result of delays in deliveries by its contracted HFO suppliers. Consequently, we are operating some of our generating sets which are dual-fired heavy fuel and light fuel oil. Unfortunately, some of the generating sets are not achieving the expected output on the LFO, GPL noted in a statement. According to GPL, the reduced output from these generators has adversely impacted the company's ability to reliably meet demands. GPL expects to receive supplies of HFO over the course of this weekend, which will lead to an improvement in the situation. For the list of neighborhoods which will be experiencing blackouts in the coming days, you can visit GPL's Facebook page. Recently, residents of Back Road, Houston, East Bank, Demerara complained bitterly about the dust pollution produced by the neighboring Munishwar's worksite. Now, as the source tells us that situation has been resolved.
Residents of Back Street, Houston, East Bank, Demerara can now breathe a little easier after getting relief from the dust pollution that once plagued them.
I get a lot of relief, and it's not gone completely, but I get a lot of relief because the dust is not so much in the house. 2 days after they saw the news on Channel 2, they came Mr. Mule or Merle or something like that. I can't remember his name. He came and he talked to me and he said I must give him like a 2 months and they would get things in order.
Several weeks ago, residents of the community reached out to Headline News with hopes of gaining the attention of someone who could solve their dust pollution. The residents claimed that the pollution was caused by the Munishwar containing yard adjacent to the village. Our newscast reached out to the company, who took the issue seriously and rectified it.
Yeah, I'll highlight it and they go around the loom and we getting so much dust like before and it's 100%
Thank
good.
you very much to come and do a recap so you see the difference that it made.
Yes.
Clean air is important for people to live healthy lives. Maintaining clean air is one of the roles of Environmental Protection Agency. The agency is tasked with ensuring that the atmospheric pollutants released from the human activities are within allowable levels, meaning levels that will not adversely affect the health of plants, animals, and humans. This is not exclusive to dust pollution. The agency is tasked with addressing complaints of noise, water, ground, and air pollution. If you are affected by pollution, you are legally empowered to make a complaint against the offending company or individual. You can call 225-6044 or 225-5471. For Channel 2 Headline News, Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. When we return, Colombia seeks murderers of indigenous leaders, and NATO chief in Ukraine says Russia must withdraw troops.
Are you kidding me? Really? So wrong. That is not what we were taught at the Green Generation Guyana camp.
Is this the correct way to do it? Drivers, you have 2 options that you can use. First, you can temporarily put your empty plastic bottles in the trunk of your vehicle or on the ground on the passenger side next to you. Or secondly, place them in the nearest garbage bin you see. We need you to play your part in helping us keep the environment clean and healthy. A message from the Ministry of Communities, Green Generation Guyana Sanitation Program. For more information, please contact us on 592-227-2605, or you may find us on the World Wide Web at www.moc.gov.gy.
Maison Francois chocolatier is elite with a cake, teasing your taste buds. It's handmade, it's chocolate, it's true, it's healthy, organic, delicious, and nutritious. Have a taste of our chocolates, cakes, and much more in a variety of flavors like never before. Try our peppermint, walnut ginger, coconut rum cream, and pistachio. Only at Mason Chocolatier, 45 Garnet Street, Georgetown. And also indulge in our Saturday and Sunday breakfast, lunch, and afternoon tea only by reservations. Telephone 648-2619. Maison Francois Chocolatier, the best chocolates you ever have.
The Guyana Elections Commission would be conducting a claims and objections exercise from the 1st of October 2019. During this exercise, objections to the inclusion of the name of anyone who is suspected not to have met the eligibility requirements for inclusion in the PLE could be made only by an elector who is listed in the same divisional list in which the person being objected to is listed, or accredited scrutineers of political parties, providing any such scrutineer has monitoring responsibilities for the division in which the person being objected to is listed. Objections can be tendered to the registration officer of the registration area from the 1st of October 2019 to the 11th of November 2019. You must present the relevant original documents in order for the transaction to be completed. Don't delay. Visit the nearest GCOM registration office today. For more information, visit our website at www.gcom.org.gy. Follow GCOM on Facebook at Guyana Elections Commission. Contact us on 225-0277-9 or 223-9653. Email pro@gcom.org.gy or the nearest GCOM registration office.
Styles. Simply different.
Welcome to Kissoon's Furniture. Find everything you need for your home and more under one roof in our newly decorated showroom. Our locally crafted furniture has been perfected over the last 60 years. From our hands to your home. We also bring to you our newly introduced lines of imported furniture and sleep center, where you can find a wide range of beds and mattresses. Kissoon's Furniture, furnishing homes for over 60 years.
Welcome back. In the region, Colombia has launched a military offensive to find the gunmen responsible for the murders of 10 people, including 5 indigenous leaders, Al Jazeera's Alexandria Rampati reports.
A caravan of grief for Tacuello's beloved governor. Cristina Bautista was the top authority and spiritual leader of this semi-autonomous indigenous reservation in the southwestern province of Cauca.
She always fought against the presence of weapons in our territory, against drug trafficking, and working to strengthen our process.
She was killed on Tuesday together with 4 indigenous guards by armed groups who profit from the drug trafficking of cocaine and marijuana in this conflict-ridden region. Criminal groups she openly confronted.
To the armed groups, I want to say, this is our house, and as authorities we tell you, you are not welcome here.
The Colombian government is blaming a dissident faction of the now demobilized rebel group FARC for the murders. The attackers crippled the governor's car with bullets and a grenade as the community tried to stop them from entering their territory. 6 other men were wounded. Others caught up in the attack saved themselves by jumping off this cliff. President Ivan Duque traveled to the region to condemn the attack and announced the deployment of 2,500 troops to the region.
Clearly the murderers and those responsible for this crime are drug trafficking organisations, dissidents, outcasts. What they want is to maintain the drug trafficking business and seek to silence and intimidate indigenous communities.
Yet his announcement rang hollow for many here. Threats and attacks have increased since the signing of the peace deal with FARC in 2016. 120 indigenous people have been killed in the last 14 months. There's anger and fear among the community. Most believe the government response has been too little too late and could even prove to be counterproductive.
This is useless. It will only bring more violence, more conflict and more dead. More military presence is not the solution. The solution is social investments in the communities to end the need for drug trafficking.
For the people of Tacuello, the response to their repeated calls for help has been inadequate, leaving them mourning the dead of their last tragedy and wondering who will be next. Alessandro Ampietti, Al Jazeera, Tacuello.
And internationally, Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky is planning to pull back troops from the eastern region of Ukraine as NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg visits the country. Al Jazeera reports.
It's a sight Russia never enjoys much. NATO flags flying in a Ukrainian harbour. The ships anchored at Odessa are part of a show of support that includes a visit by NATO's Secretary General and a meeting with President Volodymyr Zelensky.
NATO fully supports Ukraine's sovereignty and territorial integrity. We will never recognize Russia's illegal annexation of Crimea, and we condemn Russia's aggressive actions in the Black Sea region.
The visit comes as Ukraine's army and Russian-backed separatists continue to disengage in the east. If quiet can be achieved along the front line, it's a step towards the leaders of Ukraine, Russia, France and Germany meeting to discuss a peace settlement.
The situation has changed significantly under President Zelensky. By the way, President Zelensky said that given the progress made in the withdrawal of forces, and provided that it continues, it could allow a Normandy summit to be held. However, I would like to stress that there is no point in holding a summit for the sake of one. The main thing is to provide security along the contact lines.
Some Ukrainians aren't happy with this effort to wind down the war, saying Zelensky is abandoning the east to long-term Russian control. But Zelensky is not giving up on Ukraine's efforts to orient itself westwards. He wants to keep Ukraine's long-term goals of joining NATO.
We're ready to cooperate with the alliance more closely and to speed up preparation for joining NATO. We're ready on a daily basis to prove that Ukraine deserves a new format in relations with NATO.
But it was Ukraine's tortured efforts to swing west that triggered the revolution of 2013 to 2014 and so angered Russia that it annexed Crimea and fanned the ensuing war in Ukraine's east with arms and soldiers. NATO has long been aware that letting Ukraine in would likely provoke a significant response from Russia. While it considers this dilemma, the alliance is encouraging Kiev in the military, economic and political reforms that are required for NATO membership.
These reforms are essential to ensure security and prosperity for all Ukrainians and to bring Ukraine closer to NATO.
So the message to Ukraine is, you're heading in the right direction, but we're not ready to let you in yet. Rory Challens, Al Jazeera.
Here now is your 3-day weather forecast. that is all from this edition of Channel 2 Headline News Updates. Tune in on Monday at 7 p.m. for another episode. Be sure to subscribe, like, and follow us on Facebook and YouTube, or you can visit our website at headlinenewsguyana.com for more news. Until then, take care.